welcome to ausmericanaces NRL, and it is the NRL Finals Week 1. I'm Renee Gartner, and I'm joined by only one great man in the studio today, Aaron Woods.
Thank you. You know what it feels like? Every second week, it's just me and you.
I know.
Yeah, someone decides to just leave us and go on another bloody holiday.
He's like
come
my
on.
passport's like empty. I need to fill it.
Yes.
Just get some more stamps.
Just got too much free time on my hands.
Oh, mate, it'd suck to be him, just getting jobs left, right, and centre.
How dare I have a job?
You're not there in a job this week. He is in Bali. That's where he's tuning in from this time. And I appreciate it because it must be a little bit early down there at the moment.
A rare occasion that I'm not actually here for work, but I haven't stopped working since I got here, which is disappointing, but it is what it is.
April, your wife, must be absolutely rapt to be swept away, spoilt for all the time she's left to look after the kids while you're off gallivanting around the world. And here you are clocking on for work.
I know. I'm also like, it hasn't stopped raining since I got here.
Oh.
And I've got a sore back from too many naps.
Oh,
talk to us about the hard life, mate. What is happening over there? How's the weather? Surfing for you or what?
It's just raining. I haven't had a surf yet. Hopefully today. And then, it's just not stopped raining. All I've done is eat pretty much since I got here. And I was pretty tired by the time I finished shooting in Melbourne those 2 days. So I will say it's been relaxing considering.
Well, it was probably a chance for you to slow down after the big year. You had Big Shaq the other week in America, and then now you're over there enjoying the wet weather, which we're getting here in Sydney at the moment as well too, as we lead into the first week of the finals. And just to make us happier when the rain's coming down, the announcement of who's going to be performing.
Oh,
Teddy Swims, speaking of wet weather. He'll be swimming into our grand final.
Very good segue.
Thank you. And
I just saw that this morning. And obviously, I'm in a different time zone to you guys, so I'm a few hours behind. So you guys would have got it before me. But that's super exciting, I think.
I love Teddy.
It trumps Snoop Dogg for sure.
Well, PVL agrees because he's come out and he just doubled down on everything that he could do.
Can I read these quotes,
please? Please do.
Peter V'landys had this to say. We saw what the FLA got. What's he called? Labrador or Poodle? V'landys told the Today Show on the Nine Network. I'm not sure. All I know is that it is a dog act. So we had to get better than that. We actually got a vocalist. None of this doof stuff. This bloke can actually sing. He has billions of downloads. He's going to promote the game in America. He's going to go out on his social media about our Las Vegas game. He's very popular. It will beat the Poodle.
Do you know what I think it was? A missed opportunity to call him a weak-gutted dog.
I just love.
Do you know what I think? His publicist working double time with the dog puns.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, he was like, give me more dog references.
I love Snoop Dogg. I'm going to see him in North Sydney. He's performing at the Greenwood, I think.
The Greenwood.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
That's a downgrade for him, isn't it?
Well, he's gone for the AFL Grand Final. It's probably an upgrade to go to North Sydney.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe, I would say. That could be the case. To see him at Greenwood would be amazing.
Exactly. What do we think of Teddy Swims? I love his music, and he is a massive vocalist. He's awesome. But grand final day, and I think I'm bagging a little bit NRL here, but I feel like when you go to the grand final, you want that awesome uplifting. You want it to be a party. You want it to be on. I'm sure they're probably going to get rid of the Diddy track this year, which is from Godzilla, but then you're going to have Teddy Swims losing control.
Yeah, I think I like it mainly because the sort of vocals that he has is probably a really good halftime pep up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might not be your party vibe, but if the hairs will stand up on the back of your neck, and I think that's what you need at halftime to get you through that final 40 minutes. So, yeah, I think it'll probably be way more of an emotional one than a this is just a big party, which could hinder the results, I guess, if someone gets some sort of inspiration from him.
I think it's great. Like, it attacks every audience. Like, everyone loves Teddy Swims, and we've seen what he done with buskers in the street.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows it's just genuine music. Like, with Snoop, there's got to be a specific taste for that style of music. You know what I mean? Like,
just
sure.
Sipping on
yeah,
gin
but
and
how does that get you pumped up for a game?
Well, what
compared
about
to
I lose control?
That's like it's very emotional.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Woodsy.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Wixie.
I've just given you the two genres in dancing and performance too.
Just don't do
you're
those dance
welcome.
moves again. Guts.
Stepping on
Good
two
news.
and two. Elbows up. I like it. But I'm looking forward to it. I just think any entertainment's good entertainment. And I think we are in for one of the best final series we've seen in a long time. Like the ladder in itself, trying to jostle for that top 8, particularly in the last couple of weeks, was some quality football. But coming into this week, we're lined up for an absolute treasure of football.
I think the biggest thing about this one is that anyone can win it. Like it's you're probably looking say one side, maybe, Warriors with a lot of injuries at the moment. If they had Metcalf and Barnett back there, you'd probably say they could give it a good crack. But honestly, every other side looks like if they can play to their best, they can knock each other off. It's not like it's just, Penrith, who they're going to beat this year in the grand final.
Yeah.
Now it's, Brisbane are hitting form. Look, the Storm have lost 2 in a row. They've lost Hughes. Solomon is suspended and Pappenhausen's out. Great time to get them, but then they're coming up against a Bulldogs side who's lost a lot of injuries himself.
Yeah.
The Raiders-Broncos game, that is going to be a fair income cracker.
Ooh,
Like that is that and the Sharks and the Roosters. Wow. Like for both those sides.
You've just named all 4 games.
Yeah.
Honestly, like how
He's
exciting
just
is it?
excited.
How exciting. This is a great time of year.
You're so excited you didn't realise that you're like, do you know what's going to be a cracker? All 4 of them.
Wow.
Oh, give the man a box of tissues and
Come
watch all
on.
the games. We'll dive into that with the Would You Back a little bit later on. But whilst we're talking a little bit about finals, it was in the news this week. It was one of the amazing Warriors fans has come out on social media and he said, well, Penrith, they're flying in, they're staying at the Pullman, and these are the following things that we're going to do to help our poor Wars get over the line. The first and foremost was get outside the Pullman between 1 and 4, light the fireworks, do some donuts, scream, keep them up, keep them awake. The second one was basically bring all your eggs, egg the coach's box, egg everyone that you possibly can. And then as a last resort, it was someone needs to run the field and charge the attack. And then
Pigeonators.
on top of that came out, and then the Panthers snitched and dobbed him into the NRL. What are we thinking?
I think look, there's always going to be room for, this sort of stuff as long as it's not like taking it too far. I think like egging the coach's box is a bit much.
That and also charging on the field and charging.
No, I love the 1 to 4 a.m. outside the hotel screaming, getting the speakers
That's
out.
all right.
And the best thing about it is this is a sport that it's just gained so much traction in the last couple of years. Up the Wars,
Yeah.
The saying, what they've built over there. And you know what? They're coming up against the best side probably in the modern day, like one of the greatest teams to ever play in the rugby league competition. They've won 4 comps in a row. Why not do whatever you can to throw them off? And I think the funniest part about it is that Penrith have absolutely snitched on them.
Yeah, that was my favourite
Yeah,
part.
I-
Like they've snitched.
The Warriors
straight
have
up.
no control
I
over
think
what's happening. It's a fan that's come up with all
The
this
1
stuff.
to 4, sorry, Woodsy. The 1 to 4 a.m. that's just free will. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you like. It's if you're at the front, I think that's all. I'm all for it, but like, yeah, I'm not all for egging the coach's box
No.
because it'll take away from the game. I think at that point, but the rest of it, I'm all for.
Quite a few of the players from the old Kangaroo tours used to talk about the fans would come and do like marching bands outside the hotels when they were over there, like when marching before DJs and boomboxes existed. But that's
Obviously.
what they used to do.
I played in New Zealand in 2017 for Australia when we first New Zealand the first time, and I don't think they made it there was a code that they're going to do it, but they just kept partying and we could hear it all night. Like seriously, like they're in the main streets of Auckland there. They were going nuts, but they weren't just like, they were pumping up everyone. They loved what was happening. And even like we were so nervous driving to the game on what the reception would get from the crowd. But I remember when we did sing the anthem, we sang the Tongan one first, like they went nuts. But then they all jumped in on the Australian. It was just like a big party. Like they were just so happy. So I love it what they're doing over there. Like this is what we need for our game, and don't silence them. Don't let them do what they want to do. This is great for rugby league in New Zealand.
I agree, and they're going to be torn because the All Blacks are playing on
Same
the
day,
same
yeah.
night, so they're going to have to separate the team. Who are they All Blacks playing? Is it
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yep.
Go and annoy them as well.
The
Just
Springbok,
split
the
yourself.
Bok, yeah.
Go and hit the Bockies up. All right, well, let's talk about some other things that are happening coming into the finals, and I feel like Oh, Ashley's going to have a fair bit to say about this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nico Hynes originally got done for a hip drop tackle. Oh, he's already blowing up. Hip drop tackle.
Poor
Looked
April.
like he was set to miss
Poor
1
April.
week. He's been downgraded because Montoya ankle injury, I think it was, got
Since most of it, yeah.
downgraded because they thought basically it was going to mean that he missed the whole finals.
Yep.
He's just missing this week. And that basically meant that that was new evidence and Nico is free to play.
Oh, look, there's a multitude of things I can say about this, but I will say this. What I didn't like about it was that they downgraded it due to the severity of the injury. You don't get charged with murder and then they say, oh, sorry, he wasn't as dead as we thought he was. So we're actually going to knock a few years off. Like, for God's sake, like Scott Sorensen got charged with a grade 2, exactly the same grading, which I'm okay with the grading system. But if you're going to give it a grading system, then you need to stick by it, not off the basis of the injury. Right? So that means you can hip drop, and if the guy doesn't get injured, you don't get penalised, and then you're going to keep doing it, right? You're going to keep hip dropping until someone gets injured. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but pretty privilege as well, if you ask me. But
I think it's the common sense rule, fair dinkum. Like Nico
Do we
Hynes.
think it was a hip drop?
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
think he landed on his knee.
Yeah.
Nico knee landed on it. We know that Marcelo Montoya he was coming back from an ankle injury. You're spot on, Ash. The Scott Sorensen one, that was no way that was a 4-week suspension. It was originally 3, but he tried to fight it because they had a great case for it. There was one a couple of weeks back where Felice Kafusi broke the leg of Jacob Laban over in New Zealand. That one probably did deserve 3 weeks because he went in without intent. It was sort of like a half cannonball, but then landed on his hip. Nico Hynes was just trying to shut the gate, just get a crossfield. He stepped up Sione Katoa and just dived for him. There was no intent, no malice whatsoever.
Yeah, agree.
And
but that should have been reflected by the referees. They shouldn't have gone, all right, well, this is actually a 1 bet. They should have just gone from the start. Look, it was a little bit careless. Here's $1,000 fine, and we don't have this conversation, and I'm fine with that.
Correct.
What shits me is
correct
that they go down the whole track of this is a suspension. Oh, actually, nah. Like, come on.
Well, I totally agree with you, Ash. The injury shouldn't come in contention here. Like, it should mean nothing. You can tell when there's intent and no intent. There was no intent in Nico Hynes' one.
Yeah.
As much as you like the bloke, you don't like the bloke. It was honestly, I'm glad that he's playing. He's not missing a final for this because it would be an outrage. Like, you've seen every media outlet was on, blokes that have a great take on the game. Matthew Johns, Andrew Johns, Darren Lockyer, they were all like, Cameron Smith, this cannot be a suspension. It was just... Unfortunately,
and
the game
it should have been that from the start. It shouldn't have been. It's a suspension, and then we're going to backflip. It makes the game look silly for starters. But like, they made such a knee-jerk reaction immediately. Let it get to team list day, and then make that decision on whether it's going to be a suspension or it's going to be a fine. Because it also made, and I can't believe I'm going to stand up for him here. It also made Nico look way worse in the media when he was just like, "What's going on?" Because he gets dragged through the whole thing, right? No matter who the player is, I think it should be, all right, well, let's take an extra day to think about this, guys. Because common sense is momentum takes him down to the ground, and it just so happens his knee landed on his foot. There's no malice intent. It's a fine. Not let's ban him and then take it back and make us all look like a bunch of idiots.
It feels like every finals period that we get to, there's always a big name player that's suspended or borderline suspension, and it ruins their sort of finals run home. But this one in particular, with the discussion about players going to the judiciary and fighting it and potentially getting an additional week just because they fought it and lost, is now being looked at, and they're looking that they want to change it. So potentially it's been thrown up that instead of getting an extra week, it just means the club gets fined if they lose. And
hey, Woodsy, just a question for Woodsy here. I believe you played a few games. How long has it been the case, do you recall, that if you were to be suspended and fight it, that there's the chance of you getting more weeks? How long has that been going on for?
As in, like, if you take the guilty plea, you get 1 week shorter. I think it's happened for a long period of time.
Or like if you contest it and you get more weeks, like I don't understand why they've got to punish you for contesting your innocence, right?
Well, I think by you getting the early guilty plea, like, so normally you'd get 4 weeks, but if you take the early guilty plea, you get 3 weeks. I don't understand that process either.
You've never been on it?
No, I've had a lot of fines,
okay.
but never actually went to the judiciary. It's it's a very weird process, Ash, and it's something that I don't understand as well. A lot of the times when you are charged with certain things, if it's put in the sheet and spelt incorrectly or worded wrongly, that's when you get your lawyer to go in. Like it happened with Billy Slater a couple of times, that they went in with a different angle, that the way the tackle transpired was different to what was worded on the sheet. And that's why they get the lawyers involved in the process. But you literally, for me, it's a lottery every time you go to the judiciary. You're on a hiding. If you're going to go into that judiciary, I reckon basically the NRL want you to lose, because the reason why you've been suspended and why you're going to judiciary is because you've done something wrong. Yeah. If you get off, then it's a bit of a blemish on the game. They don't want to be corrected at a judiciary level that's been done by all the media outlets that are there, showcasing it on their channels or in their newspapers. They want you to be punished, basically. And if you lose that,
they just did it. They just did it to themselves.
It's
right. How it's like they want you to lose because they don't want the game to look stupid. They legitimately just spent 48 hours making themselves.
And it happened a couple weeks ago.
No one else to blame.
It happened a couple weeks ago with Stephen Crichton. But
that's right.
The difference with Stephen Crichton's one, the commission stepped in on that one. They said that it was contact with the head. I can't remember exactly what it was, and he got a fine for it. Whereas earlier, beforehand, he was let off and said there was no charge at all.
Yeah.
And that was purely from the pressure of, I remember Buzz Rothfield went on NRL 360, wrote a lot of articles on it, and it pressured the NRL into doing something.
Yeah. Very true. Well, let's move on from that one and into the headlines at Manly. We've recruited someone, not only just for a couple of years, we've taken him for 4 years. And the biggest part I love about this, the reason he's coming to Sydney, is because his missus got a better job, and I love that. He had to follow her.
Well, he got a better job. He got a 4-year deal out of it as well.
He got that, but I just love that he was just like, no, I'm backing her. She got a belted job. I'm going with.
It's all win-win. It's all win-win over there for them, isn't it?
This is it's a funny one. Yeah. The Kobe Hetherington signing, because he obviously re-signed with the Broncos, or agreed to. Where he fits into that pack at the moment, like you've got your Jakey Travojeviches, you've got Nathan Brown, who's been injured. Paseka will be back, but I don't know with his body, like what type of where and what role he's going to play there.
Do you think they've got enough?
For 4 years too. This is where I'm at with it. I'm just happy we didn't sign another outside back. Yeah. To be completely honest with you, I get we need people up front. We've got Paseka coming back. We missed him all years, obviously. Tamoli, we missed him for a lot. Jake, he's getting a bit old, but also you've got, who just said there, Nathan Brown, who's very injury prone. But then you bring in someone like him. I'm just happy he's not a winger or a centre, for God's sake. Like,
at the moment,
Manly are so good at doing that.
With Manly, Ash, at the moment, it sort of makes me scratch my head a bit. Like, you let Tommy Talau go, but you sign Blake Wilson from the Dogs. Like, I think there's a lot of upside to Tommy Talau. I like what he did, and he's an out-and-out winger for me.
Haven't they now offered him an extra?
There's a 1-year deal on the table, apparently.
I don't know. There's a deal there, but I think he wants...
He wants out.
Yeah, like when you've been told that you're not wanted, and then the club cops a bit of backlash. Like, I'm a huge Manly supporter, but I personally... It's not really even a like for like. I think Tommy Talau is an out-and-out winger. I would have tried to persist with him and keep him there. Look, they've got Saab there long term. They re-signed him for 5 years, I think 18 months ago. But yeah, you're right, Ash. They need to get some middles because they've lost Lodge. Well, Lodge and Takiaho is a question mark next to their names, and Takiaho was probably their best.
Takiaho got a off on the table as well, right?
Yeah, but I think he wants 2 years, Ash. So like, nothing's guaranteed. Yeah. And you go out there and you sign Kobe Hetherington, who he's not really a big body.
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time we all sat around a table and agreed that the signing that Manly made was a good one?
Yeah. I'd have to agree.
Jamal
Fogarty. A while.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jamal Fogarty. Jeez, how quickly we forget.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Besides that, we were all forced into that, though.
Luke Brooksy, was happy with Brooksy there.
Yeah, actually, Brooksy was another good one.
The big one for Manly next year.
Well, at the time, not so much.
In the off-season,
it wasn't like...
They need to know what they're doing with Croker. If he's going to keep playing... And Josh Alawai's another one. He's retired. Yeah. He's had a shoulder injury. He was farewell. They lost Toff Sipley. There's 4 front rowers that won't be there at Manly. Big bodies. And you look at the body shape of Kobe Hetherington, he's only a small type middle. So...
Do you think that the recruitment at Manly got confused and they all meant to sign Hynes, but they ended up with Kobe Hetherington instead? So like,
Imagine it was the other
we've
way
got him,
around.
boys. Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That's not right.
Siebes has coached him at Brisbane before, so he knows what he's like.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about the Siebes Broncos partnership. The other part that's changed as well too for Manly in the coaching staff, Ennis has now said he's not staying on for the
I thought he was the new
extension.
kid. I thought he was the coach in waiting.
Yeah, well, he must be because Siebes was given the nod to go around again. And now we've got the great man, former Raider, former now back to being a New South Wales coach as well too. Laurie Daly is joining the squad as well too. Now that he's no longer doing his bets for a betting company, he's now allowed to play in that space. And I think it's great. I think we've missed him from the coaching ranks, and I think he's going to be an amazing attribute to Manly.
I think it's great for the Origin as well. He's in the system now, week in, week out. A lot of the talk was that Loz hadn't been in and around a footy club for a long period of time. Look, disappointing with the Origin series this year. It was sort of theirs for the take, and we couldn't get it. But it'd be good for Loz to be around it every day and see, you know, just the difference in what's changed over the years, things that work. And that's what Coach Seibold's really good with. He likes to outsource other people and get different opinions to help a squad, because it's not just his way of the highway. He knows if you can get a little couple of percent here, a couple of percent there, it can make a difference in the squad. So it'll be great for Manly and it'll be great for Loz at the same time, I think.
Ash, you agree?
Yeah. Oh, look, obviously we lost Origin, and I said in Laurie we don't trust. But you're right, Renee. He needs to be in and around a footy club, which could work well on both fronts. For us, yes, it's another voice out there that, and experience. Obviously, a lot of those guys want to play Origin too, so it could work well for both Manly and New South Wales if it's done correctly. But just time will tell, I guess.
They've already called and said that it's bias, that as a New South Wales coach, helping be an ambassador for another club or helping look after another club is bias. But at the moment, what have we got? Turbo and Turbo basically in the mix at this year.
Who says bias?
The fans are claiming it's bias that he goes to a club.
Billy Slater, assistant coach of Manly. Melbourne.
Well, yeah. It's always
exactly
bad
right.
Wales does it.
Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
On, really.
Well, Ash, we'll hand it over the reins to you. Your highs and lows from the week that was.
So obviously lows is that regular round football is over.
Yeah.
It's pretty disappointing for me. Look, high for me, I think the final debut of Joey Walsh and the reception that he received. And I think like it shows for us as Manly supporters and fans and everyone, all fans of the game, just the amount of applause he got to come on and the amount of confidence we instill in him for the future. So it felt good to watch that. And also in the same game, Cherry to sort of to finish up on a high with a 1-point win off a left foot field goal. I think, as much as I don't want him to go and as much as the year's been a bit like up and down with it, his form hasn't been great. It was good to see him finish off the year with a win, move on to the next chapter, and for us as Manly to move on to a new chapter as well. So that's where I land with that.
I can't believe your low wasn't the Warriors scoring the fastest ever try in the NRL.
Mate, I was commentating that game.
I don't want to relive that moment, please, because I actually missed it live because I was shooting and I saw it 2 minutes after it happened, but I only saw the update on the app, and it said drop ball sub, and I just about threw everything all the toys out of my cot. But then looking back again, there's more to it than just a drop ball. It was slip and slide, and oh man, it was hard to watch. But get the win. That's all it really was.
I was calling the game with Anthony Maroon on Triple M. And I was like, oh, mate, Manly just need a big start. Cherry Evans needs to get the ball early. It's a big and emotional game. It's his last ever one at Brookvale Oval. The ball, it just gets a wicked bounces over and they score in 8 seconds. And we've just looked at each other and go, what is happening?
Mate, I had Maxi Krilic next to me, and before he could even finish the sentence of which Manly team do you think is going to turn up today, there was a try, and I just looked at him and went, we're in for a long night.
Can I give you a low?
Yeah, give me a low.
And I think you guys are going to agree with me.
Okay.
The Newcastle Knights.
Oh, yeah.
They had everything to play for.
I didn't want it.
And they come out and got slapped 66-10. it just felt like they weren't even there. I think Para were up 38-0 or 30-something-0 at half time.
And
And it was just like, this season needs to be over for the Knights now. And I think it's a bit of a relief.
I
when it
had
is
that.
over.
Woodsy, I had that as my low, but I thought they've been through enough.
Yeah.
The last thing they need is
I
this
don't-
dead shit over here giving them shit.
I like a lot of people, but to top it off, they got the spoon now. Oh, Gold Coast Titans. Wow. I can't believe they didn't get it.
You got the stat I sent you this morning?
Yeah. Every 10 years.
Every 10 years.
They've rehired Desi because they didn't get the spoon.
Yeah.
You got a 2-year extension.
2005, 2015, 2025. This is care of the Instagram, the.knighted. The Knights have won the wooden spoon every 10 years.
Jesus.
That's
Wow.
not a good stat. It's not a good
Ooh,
stat.
I mean,
man.
If I'm working at the Knights, I'm like, all right, guys, we need to break that. So we've got 10 years to break that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So the good thing is, if with any luck, if Dylan Brown sees his whole contract out, he'll win a wooden spoon in his last year.
Yeah. He'll still be there. It'll be last year's deal.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go through the Would You Back It with you, Ash, before we let you go and enjoy more rain over in Bali. And then we've got the great Brent Tate coming in as well too. But I thought I'd just run through, obviously, we've got a smaller round. We've got no more Thursday night football, which sucks.
Women's football, NRLW.
Well, yeah, sorry,
NRLW. Come on.
You are correct. You are correct. But Friday night we kick off, and this game will be a cracker. Storm versus Bulldogs.
Oh, flip of the coin, boom, Storm.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the injuries and suspension of Storm, and then likewise to the Dogs. You know, I think it's going to be a cracker. It will be close, but I think Storm just get this done. Harry Grant back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Dogs on this one.
Go on the Doggies. Wow.
Yeah, no particular reason. I could go either way. They've got suspensions. They've got injuries.
I
They're
think
both very desperate
you could
to
say
win.
that for
So
every game.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Dogs on this one just because Woodsy went the Storm.
All right, I love it. Okay, the team who scored the fastest try in the NRL ever, the Warriors, taking on
One time.
the Panthers, who are going to be sleep deprived and egg on their face, apparently.
Well, I thought the Panthers would win this well, but then I seen the team list. Mitch Kenny's out. The hooker, that's a big out of hamstring. I don't know if it's a strain or a tear. And Panthers, they reckon it's going to be a little bit wet on Saturday night.
Oof.
Panthers aren't good in the wet.
And it gets really windy at that stadium
It
too.
gets it's like a big, what is it? Like a big gully.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm going to go Panthers in a really close one.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go. The headgear's off, so I'm going with the Panthers.
All
I
right.
actually caught up with Nathan
yeah.
Cleary the other day.
Yes, actually.
I got to go down and speak to the captains. He's looking very fit.
What did he say about the headgear? He's just like, no, it's not working.
I
Put
said,
me
bro,
on
I
it
said,
off."
you look real tough, man. You got the head tape, you got the headgear. He goes, hate it. Don't want it.
Really?
You knew me, knew
Yeah.
Nathan Cleary come finals time, baby.
Why did he want to play in the headgear? Why did he want to move
he had a
towards
cut.
it? Oh, that's all
He had
it
a
was.
cut there.
Yeah, okay.
And I think they're going to be wearing their Vegas jerseys in this semi-final series.
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit of an inside little.
that's
for ya.
that is a
Yeah.
little bit.
What?
of
Sorry, I missed
scoop.
that. Go again. What was
They'll
that?
be wearing their Vegas jerseys during the final series.
Oh, I'm actually thinking about just buying one of those jerseys because it looks cool.
So each year they've wore a different jersey in the final series.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's a good
go back and have a
start.
look. Yeah.
They like mixing it up. All right,
Mm.
play on. Okay, Sharks and Roosters. This is your Would You Back It, isn't it? Is that Ash? You're going Sharks Roosters on this one?
Yeah, I thought you wanted to go toe to toe with me here, but he
backed
wussied out.
Yeah.
Can't go
Too
toe-to-toe with
many
the master.
challenges lost this year, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going the Roosters. I feel like the last few weeks, what they've shown me, Teddy's unbelievable. If he doesn't win Daily End this year, I'm going to stop watching. Don't hold me to that. I'm going to go with the Roosters head to head. Tupou and Marky Mark anytime try scorers. I think that's a pretty good bet, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Woodsy?
This is a tough game. Very tough game.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to say Sharks because it's at home. That's the only reason.
Okay.
I think it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Are we expected to have wet weather again this weekend, or is this rain going to stop?
I think it's going to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's been forecasted, but you're playing down at Shark Park, anything could happen.
Yeah, well,
You
if it's
talk
wet
about-
weather, the field ain't draining.
Yeah, blows a big gale down there.
Are they saying this will be the last final they'll have down there too
Yeah.
until
yep.
there's some sort of work? Is that what I heard? So I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
want to
think
set it off with
they-
a bang as well.
yeah, they
It's a
wanna
tough
update
game.
it.
I think this is the game of the round, if you ask me.
Yeah, okay.
What do you mean? All four games are around?
Yeah. Woodsy can't pick a favourite. All right, we
That's
finished
because he just loves the game so
Love
much.
footy. Love footy.
You're just such a football man. I love it. Last game is on Sunday, and it's Raiders taking on the Broncos.
Yeah, so Statmate's thrown a couple of beauties out to me. Reece Walsh has been in some try-scoring form. He scored a try in his last 4 games. And Josiah Karapani, he's been outstanding. He scored a try in his last 10 games. He's crossed the line eight of them. 8 times. So I've got Karapani, anytime try scorer. Yep. I've got Hudson Young. He's just one of those blokes that just pops up anywhere, anytime try scorer for me. And I've gone Raiders head-to-head.
I do like that.
Because I like how they've had they didn't have a bye.
Yeah.
But they rested a lot of the players. But they needed to beat a stat.
Yeah.
They leaked 60 points. Any team that's leaked 50 plus cannot win the comp, they say.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. I was shocked, even though they were resting players, they should not have been beaten by that much.
No, I agree.
But also that statistic that's surely not with a understacked team like that. They've just thrown that out there, and they do that every year where they're like a team that hasn't
does your head in, doesn't it? Big
3
boy?
left foot kickers has never won the comp. Like shut up.
Well,
so I'm going to go with the Raiders.
My team's out of the final, so I'm on the green machine.
Yeah,
I will down some.
Yeah, me too.
Milk. Yeah, we're all on it.
I'm going. No, I'm not going to green machine.
Who are you going?
Any mum at Melbourne.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I don't care. As long as it's good games of footy, I'm happy.
What happened down at the coach's shop? Because you got to go down and chat to all the captains.
Yep.
Any inside mail there? Because I have heard Reynolds is still limping into the
Yeah,
finals.
I was trying to check him out, and he looked like he was moving okay. There's big rumours that he won't play.
Yeah,
He would not confirm it for me, but I'm hearing that as well. The boys were, mate, I'll tell you who was a great person to chat to, and I haven't had much to do with him. It's Joseph Tarpany. Big Joey
I
Tarpany.
do like Tarpany.
Big Tups. He was a legend, and
Lovely guy.
he gave us so much time, and we got to have a lot of fun. Same as my old teammate, James Tedesco.
Yeah.
He's normally real cagey with the media, but, geez, we had some fun with Teddy.
I like that.
Oh, the good old days.
He's a good
Teddy.
dude.
Yeah.
The good old days.
What's this about? If Reynolds doesn't play, Danny DeVito is going to play number 7. Is it? What's that? Did we hear that?
No, I haven't heard that. Have you?
No. So someone asked him who would he like to play him in the movie, and he said Danny DeVito.
Oh, really? Oh, never heard that
Who
one.
would be his Schwarzenegger? Haas?
Uh,
If you think about that Twins poster, it'd have to be Haas.
oh yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
Ricky?
Oh, Jordan
That'd be
Ricky
so
could
funny.
his-
He's a big unit.
Yeah.
I just love how he picked Danny DeVito. That's just classic.
I love
Good
that.
on him.
What was the other question? Oh, Reece Walsh, because he had a calf injury.
No, they reckon he's okay. Just
Yeah,
a little
okay.
bit of a tightness and got through it in the end.
Do you reckon it's some game?
A bit of
We're gonna
concrete.
see some.
Bit of concrete getting through.
Yeah.
No, what do you mean? A bit of toilet water, he'll be right.
Yeah, it's laughing.
Yeah, mixed with concrete.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's going to have the biggest gamesmanship coming into the finals? Because I don't know if you've already heard, the Raiders are making the Broncos walk 75 metres from the front of the stadium
Love it.
into the stadium.
Love it.
And they're blowing up about it. They've actually complained to the NRL about that walk in. Do you think Ricky's going to be the best at playing it, or do you reckon we're going to see some more? I mean, we've already spoken about the Warriors.
If I'm the Sharks, I'm just hosing down that small away shed because it is like I played at Cronulla for 4 years.
Yeah.
That shed is shocking, the away shed,
Why?
because it's just tiny. They don't give a rat's ass about who comes and plays there.
So you just want wet seats for them to
I
sit
just
on?
wet it, just make it so awkward for the Roosters when they come in. There's nothing worse. You get in there and all your stuff's like, you put your bag down, it's all soggy. Just make it uncomfortable for them.
True.
And Fitzy, he's an ex-chook.
Get
Get into him. A little bit.
Why doesn't someone just kill the other team with kindness and see what happens?
Yeah, because it's not
Kill 'em
fun.
with kindness, Ash reckons.
It's not fun because when you lose, they go, oh, you were too kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could make them complacent.
And
You're like,
at,
oh, they're
Shark
really
Park,
nice to us today, and then when they get out, you give an absolute flogging.
at Shark Park, you got
Like,
to get your
take
bus and you got to walk down the driveway.
Yeah.
I'd be like pumping up the Sharks fans that come in there and make it so hard for them to walk past and just so annoying for
Yeah, I
the
like that
wayside.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like Canberra.
Yeah.
I like a sticky.
Well, because the walk that they're talking about, it's really not. It's not that big, and that's where the road finishes.
Yep.
So I'm here for it because they're just there'll be a few Brizzy
It's the
fans
best.
down there. Yeah.
Who
It's
cares?
the atmosphere.
So what happens when you get the higher result in top 4? You get to pick
Yeah.
where you want to play.
Exactly. They're whinging that the Broncos got 9-day layoff. So
Oh, mate.
play on.
Let's go.
Hey,
All right. I'm going to throw something out there for you guys.
Go.
I do not want to be talking about on this podcast next week the referees.
Yeah.
Let the
well,
game flow, boys. You wanted to give away 1,000 cans and penalties. Do not do it this weekend. Let the boys play.
Oh, totally.
Let them play. Ashley
Let 'em
Klein,
play.
take the P out of your whistle, champ.
That should be the new slogan next year. NRL, just let them play.
Yes. Let the boys play.
Rather than let the boy watch.
Let the whistle play. Yeah, put the whistle down.
I reckon instead of, how you gave Woodsy a birthday shirt at the start of the year that we wore with all his face over it, we get him one with Woodsy. Ashley Klein, take your pee out of your whistle.
I will. I've got it on order. Really
I'll wear it. If you bring it in, I'll wear it next week.
Okay. Done.
There'll be Bintang sponsorship underneath it. But
I nearly wore a Bintang singlet, but it was a bit too revealing.
No, free the nips. Thanks for joining us, mate. We appreciate it. Please thank April for giving you some time off as well too, and go treat that lovely lady to some meagering.
She's staring daggers at me over there.
Yeah,
So.
I bet she is.
We all get on every day.
It's Woodsy's fault, babe.
Yeah. That's what I tell Sarah all the time.
All right, Dale, we'll see you soon.
See you next time.
Boy.
Hey, say good day to Tatey for us, would you? I miss him.
Well, we farewell our jet setter and we bring in the man who's up in the sunshine state. Jesus, say that 3 times fast. Brent Tate, welcome back, gentlemen.
How are we, guys? Geez, let me tell you, in the next life, I want to come back as Ash. What a life.
Don't we
America,
all?
Bali.
I was saying before, Tatey, 1 week he's here, next week he's in LA, he comes back, then he's in Bali. Mate, where's he going to be in 2 weeks' time?
Mate, what a life. I'm telling you, I'm coming back as Ash in another life.
I'm coming back as his wife because she gets to go on the trips as well. Oh, mind you, she gets left with the kids when he's away. So, no, I take it back. Hey, plenty of mail coming through. We did talk about a recent transition with Manly, Ennis moving on and Loz Daly coming in, but we now talk about where he's landed. And you've come in with the mail this morning. Where are we seeing him go?
Yeah, well, I just saw a post from his management company saying congratulations, he's landed as the assistant coach at the Dragons under Flano. So that's big news for Mick, and certainly something he obviously wants to do and is really keen on getting into the coaching. So, mate, that's big for the Dragons.
Well, it makes sense that he's joined Flano because he was with him at Manly. But
don't you think it's funny because wasn't he supposed to be the next one in the coaching plan, like for the Seagulls with Seabold?
Yeah, but I think I get the feeling because there was such a drive. I mean, we spoke about all the articles that were landing in the last few weeks where former players are trying to out Siebes.
Okay, yep.
There was a huge push that Ennis was going to be the next
He was like
next
the
man
succession
up.
plan.
Yeah, next man up. But obviously Scott Penn, the owner of Manly or one of the owners of Manly, has come out and said, we're sticking with Siebes, we're sticking solid. So I guess for Ennis, he's just like, well, my time's not now. And I don't know how it would be a succession plan post Shane Flanagan, but they've obviously worked together before.
Yeah, I think you look who's already there, Dean Young.
Dean
Young looks like he's going to be the coach in waiting, but then he's obviously been talked about at Newcastle head coaching role.
Yep.
It's a funny industry, the coach. Would you want to be one there, Tatey?
Would I want to be a coach?
Yes, mate.
Mate, not a chance in hell, mate. The scrutiny that those guys are under. I mean, look, we're talking about it. Everyone talks about it. But look, I even think Mick, for him, at this stage in his coaching career, it's all about getting experience under all different coaches. So, he's obviously had Shane Flanagan as a player, and now go and learn off him as an assistant coach. I guess it's just about rounding out yourself as a coach and as a person, and where you're taking little bits and pieces from everyone and forming how you're going to be yourself. So, yeah, look, I think it's good. I think mate, he's obviously very smart and articulate in what he brings to a footy team, and I think it'll be a plus for the Dragons.
Well, there's 2 other guys that are in the mix for new coaching roles as well too. Obviously, the State League in Queensland, they've welcomed back the Clydesdales, and now we're seeing 2 former brothers you'd know pretty well, and the Walker brothers taking the reins at the Clydesdales.
Yeah, they are getting back into the coaching ranks. There's been plenty of times that their names have been bandied around, especially with the Titans this year, around getting, those coaching roles. So I think what would it's great to see him back, first of all, because they really did revolutionise the way Ipswich played, and they won the grand final a few years ago. Like, it was just awesome to watch that team play. They were the first ones to do the short dropouts, the short kickoffs every single time, and they used to have plenty of ball movement. So every time I think they've gone to go get a head coaching role, I think the feedback that they would be getting is that they're not coaching and haven't coached for a few years. So I reckon this is a real step in the right direction for Ben and Shane to get back into coaching and eventually get themselves hopefully into an NRL coaching gig. So, I reckon it's big news if you're in rugby league and love your Queensland footy to have those two guys back coaching in the Queensland Cup.
Tatey, do you reckon it's the unorthodox style that scares a couple of clubs away? Because I think if you come to the NRL with a game plan like the walk, I think it'll challenge a lot of clubs, because a lot of clubs know that you're going to kick long. You come in with that mentality, you're going to kick short. I've heard that they like to shift to keep the ball in hand. They want to maximise the amount of time they've got ball in hand. I think it would really throw a lot of good defensive teams out of whack.
Mate, it'd be a huge. I'm not going to say a risk, mate, but it'd take a really game club to go, you know what, we're going to take a punt on these two guys and bring them in and let them loose, I guess, on this football team. But, mate, I do think them going back to coach at this level, if they do have some success with Toowoomba, because they've really struggled the last couple of years since they've come back into the Queensland Cup, Toowoomba Clydesdale. So if they can turn that club around and have some success, mate, I think it'll go a long way in other NRL clubs starting to notice what they've brought. Because, mate, it's not only about, what you bring coaching on the field. It's about the connection with the group and the vibe you bring and having the players happy and wanting to be at training and wanting to play a style of footy. And the Walker brothers did that with Ipswich. So, mate, it's going to be a fascinating watch, the next couple of years when, watching Toowoomba play and how they can bounce back and the style of footy that, they're going to implement, mate. It's going to be awesome.
Can I ask, obviously they won that grand final with Ipswich and it was spoken about a lot during that time, where they would land, possible coaching roles in the NRL, but where have they been in between?
Well, they both got successful businesses, Ben and Shane, in their own right. So I think that's basically what they've done, is they've just gone away and worked on their businesses. So, I think this is a real passion for both of them, though, and they have spoken passionately about taking a job in the NRL. So, I reckon this is a real strategic move for them to get back into coaching. And as I said, if they have some success, I reckon there'll be a couple of NRL clubs that'll, start to notice.
And you look at Ben's young bloke, Sam, at the Roosters. When he first came to grade, there was so much talk about, how's he going to fit into the Roosters system because they're so structured. They've worked around him now, because the unorthodox approach that Sam Walker, he just plays what's in front of him. All the players around him just play off it, and they know they've got to change their games to what he does. And look how successful they've been since he's come back after the ACL injury. They've gone to another level.
Mate, that he used to run around in the opposition opposed against that Ipswich team that won the comp. So, mate, his upbringing, Sam Walker, has been that style of footy, and you can see the way he plays, mate. Like, it's, Sam is completely off the cuff. Like, he just does play what he sees in front of him, and he plays backyard footy. He chips and chases. He throws a long ball. Mate, he backs himself, and that's the style of footy that Ben and Shane have, or created when they won the comp with Ipswich. So, mate, isn't he going to play a big role this week coming up against the Sharky Sam? So, mate, some good games to be looking forward to.
Woodsy's basically said he's looking forward to every single one of them. He basically he goes, this is going to be the best game. Next one. This one's going to be the best game. Have you got a game in? I know you're a Queenslander, so, we can't look past the Broncos, but what is your peak podium first place for the game of the round?
Mate, I am pumped for Sunday. I just hope it's good weather, a sunny day in Canberra. I think both these teams, like the Broncos are the form team coming in the comp, into the finals. The Raiders have been awesome all year. They both fancy themselves too, so I reckon they're both going to bring their A game, and they play attacking footy. So I can't go past Sunday. I'm pumped for that. I reckon it's going to be a belter.
Tate, you called it. I reckon six weeks ago. You said if the Broncos could sneak into the maybe fifth or sixth or even the top four, which they have got into the four now, they've got themselves two chances. they can shock anyone. But the fact that you just said it then, they are the form team of the competition without, 2 or 3 of their best players, Adam Reynolds, Ezra Mam, Ansell and Cobbo. There's talk that Adam Reynolds might be in or might not be. When they're all back, what do you do, Tatey? Because that's a big headache for Michael Maguire.
Oh, mate, I reckon it's that one thing that could sort of derail them a little bit, mate. So how Madge plays this out, I'm not sure, mate. If Adam Reynolds comes back into the team this week, which I don't think he is, but if he was, mate, I'd keep Billy Walters at 6 and I'd move Benny Hunt back to 9. I just think Billy's really complimented Reece Walsh. He's brought a real level of calmness to the team and he's in really good form. So that's what I'd do. If Ezra comes back, mate, I think you probably find a spot for him on the bench maybe and come on as a real impact because, he has got the ability to blow a game right open and to bring him in late in the half when, it's been tough, torrid in a semi-final. He's got the ability to do that. So, mate, it's a massive headache for Madge. And one, I reckon that he's got I don't know how he's going to manage it, mate, but I reckon it's one thing that he needs to be really mindful of because they're flying at the moment. Like they're going awesome.
I just think it's such a good headache to have coming into the finals where you're like, God, how am I going to fit all these players in rather than going, oh, my God, we're held together by sticky tape and like I haven't got blokes left. I'm scratching. It's perfect position to come into the finals. The Storm game is going to be epic kicking off, but they are still missing a few men coming into that game. Are they as dominant this year as what we've seen in the past?
I think we all forget that Harry Grant is yet to come back into that team. So once Harry's back, I reckon they'll be a completely different side. Yes, they are down on troops. I'd imagine that Munster will go back to fullback. I think a couple of weeks ago when we saw him go back there, he just, he was as dangerous and as good as form as we've seen. So I'd be pushing him back to fullback. I think Melbourne are going to win this game, but there's part of me thinks that Bulldogs have got one last hurrah left in them. I don't think they can win the comp, but I do think they've got one big performance left in them. I think this is going to be a really tight game. I don't reckon there's going to be much in this at all.
Yeah. I think we're all probably lucky that Belmore would have been absolutely exploding if they'd sort of making their way into the finals. But, I mean, good luck to them. I'd love to see a club like that gain so much more success. The Warriors, I feel like I don't want to use the word they don't deserve to be in this top 8 because they do, but the amount of injuries that they overcame, they are sticky taped, and that's what I mean. I don't like using the word they don't deserve to be. But the amount of injuries that they just had one week after another, it was literally sticky tape team. And to get where they are, but I just think this is going to be a tough game at home against the Panthers.
It is, absolutely. I was lucky enough to play in the 2008 final when I was playing for the Warriors and they had the blackout that night. And it is one of the best atmospheres I've ever played in. Mount Smart will be pumping. So, look, I do expect Panthers to win this. But, mate, let me tell you, if the Warriors can get on the wave of emotion, because you do feel the whole country get behind you, and if they produce anything like the blackout night that they had in 2008 when we played there in the semi, mate, it was pumping. So, look, I think the Panthers do get the job done. But far out, if the Warriors can catch fire early and the crowd get behind them, it could be a tough night.
What's your take on the Panthers at the moment, Tatey? Obviously, we know they were dead last coming round 12, but they've sort of built their way up. Probably, a scrappy last couple of games. They just got through the Dragons. You could tell they're looking for the finals now. Do you see them as a huge threat? Because I personally still think they're going to be in the grand final at the end of the year.
Yeah, I do, mate. I really do. Cleary, Yo, Mitch Kenny, even though he's not playing, Dylan Edwards, mate. At this time of year, they just know how to get the job done, bud. So, far out. They are, mate, if they make the grand final, even if they win it, I'm actually sick of them winning it, to be honest. They're that good. But, mate, those guys just know how to get it done at this time of year. So, and mate, you can just see it. They're vibing at this time of year. They've got good energy about the group. So I'd expect them to beat the Warriors. But, mate, if they win this comp, far out, I'll give up. I'm not watching league ever again like Ash.
I said it after Origin, mate. I'm back here again, Tatey.
To be mate, they I don't know, mate. It's just this time of year. As I said, I look at their group, the energy that they've got. The players just know how to get the job done, mate. They'll be there when the whips are cracking. I've got no doubt.
The other game and final game, Sharks versus Roosters. We've already spoken about the Sunday game, but this one down there, it's, as Woodsy said earlier in the show, it's meant to be windy, it's meant to be drier, but it's still going to be a
Shark
tough
Park,
one. Yeah,
mate.
it's Shark Park. It's not one
Shark
that many people
Park.
like to play
Mate,
at.
how are we having a semi-final at Shark Park? Honestly, what a joke. Fair income. This has to be the last time, right? Like, to have
I think it is the last
12,000
one. It's the last one.
It's embarrassing. Flip a coin on this one. Honestly, I can't separate this one. I've argued with myself the last couple of days who's going to win it. One day I'm the Sharkies, the next day I'm the Roosters. If I have to lean one way, I'd probably go the Roosters. But, mate, flip a coin. Again, we're talking about awesome semi-final series. I reckon this is going to be a belter as well.
Woodsy was saying that the away teams' sheds are some of the worst in the NRL at that field. And he said, if I was the team, I'd go in and hose them down. How bad were these sheds, Tatey?
Oh, they're not as bad as Leichhardt, I don't reckon.
Yeah, Leichhardt's
Manly's pretty bad too, isn't it? The Brookie Oval old sheds.
The Brookie was bad. Brookvale, we used to warm up in between the cars and you'd have to watch the car toe ball so you didn't hit your shin legit sometimes. So Brookie's bad. But, mate, Shark Park. I don't even know what to say. It's embarrassing that they're playing there, I reckon. Even as a Sharks fan, I'd rather be playing in front of 30,000, 40,000 than 12,000. I don't know.
That big stand's also like I don't think it's capable of having people in it because it's so torn down at the moment. So they miss a lot of numbers. But, you know, when I play Shark, it's good because teams hate playing there. Like, as we speak about it now, Tay, like, how frustrating is it? But you do miss out on some big support. And, like you said, 30,000 is a big difference to 14,000 that can fit in there.
Yeah, mate, it is a tough place to play. So I do get why they want to take the semi there because the crowd is pretty close. And as Gal calls us Queenslanders, two heads, those two heads on the Shire, mate, they go rank game day. So
Shire people don't leave the Shire, Tatey.
It's a great place. Mate, flip a coin, though, for this one. I can't pick a winner. It's tough. If I have to lean one way, I go the Roosters just because they've been in good form at the back end of the year. So, tough one, though.
Well, we've spoken about the guys that have made the finals, but there's plenty who have missed out and have headed off onto their Mad Monday weekends and trips away. If you could pick a team of where the scandal's going to come from this year, where would it be?
I know. What'd you say, Woodsy? What'd you pick there?
No scandals, Tatey. No bad boys in the Mad Monday. We don't need no bad boys.
There's going to be one. Let's be honest, there is one every year.
But I'll tell you what, it's not like it used to be. Like back in the day, like you'd bunker down. You'd probably, I remember if you got knocked out on a Friday, you'd go out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you'd be hanging on to Monday. Whereas now they all disappear and come on the Monday for a couple of beers, and then you got to go in for your reviews and everything now. It's completely different.
Yeah, true. Which is why I think it's more dangerous because there's phones and everything now. Where you guys had it easy.
Yeah, we did. It was still fun back then. You could still have a bit of fun and get a few boys get a bit loosey-goosey on Mad Mondays.
Like what, Tate? Like what?
Yeah, look, I don't think, as Woodsy said, the landscape's changed a fair bit. I think if we're going to see a scandal, it's in that 8-week holiday. We usually get one pop up, don't we? Somewhere along there, someone
in Bali or something.
Maybe the scandal will be Ash and Bali. Maybe he'll do something.
Oh,
yeah, true. We've still got a couple of days. Yeah. Have you had? What's probably been one of your favourite Mad Mondays, and which club?
Oh, geez, we had a couple of good ones at Brisbane. The week we won the grand final in Brisbane was probably the most funnest time I've ever had.
How many days did you go after a GF win?
We went out for a whole week in Brisbane, all the nightclubs, and Sammy thought I never wore shoes once.
Oh, yuck.
I mean, for the whole week. And we were going to nightclubs at night time, and, mate, the bouncers, they just let him through. Big Sammy.
Was that 06, Tate?
No shoes.
Was that 2006?
2006, mate, yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favourite grand finals, that one.
Really?
Oh, mate. They weren't even favourites. Melbourne Storm had a red-hot side.
You just love anyone that beats Melbourne Storm.
No, trust me. Go watch that grand final. Phenomenal game. Justin Hodges, fullback, killed him.
He did, mate. He did. I'll never ever forget the Sean Berrigan try against the Bulldogs to get us into the grand final, mate. That was unbelievable. Nearly went the length of the field. It was that SFS, mate. Scored on the back of his head, like putting the ball down over the back of his head, flipped up, mate. It was awesome. Awesome
Jeez,
times.
he's a player you don't hear a lot of recently, like nowadays, but he was so good. He was a freak on the pitch.
Berrigan?
Yeah.
Mate, one of the most ultimate competitors I've ever played with. Like, trained harder than everyone, competed harder than everyone. You know, even when we won that comp back then, Berro was defending in the centres on grand final night, marking GI, but playing dummy half. And, mate, he cut down GI the whole grand final night, like, did an unbelievable job.
Wow.
I think he was Clive Churchill too that night.
Yeah, he was,
mate, Wayne was coaching genius from Wayne Bennett back then. He really pulled the right rein. It was awesome.
I love it. Tate's given one of his best Mad Mondays. Yours?
Well, I had some good ones because we could plan them because we didn't make the 8. So we went to Cairns for one of them. What's Gilligan's up there in Cairns? Sadie?
Yeah, Gilligan's.
We actually stayed there.
Left up there.
We stayed in the bunk beds out the back of Gilligan's for 3 nights. It was
wow.
what
Could
went
you
on.
Imagine the disarray of
What
that
went on
room?
there, I cannot retell here.
Mate,
but let's
if
just
those
say
walls could talk, there'd be some skeletons coming out of that place.
that West
mate.
Tigers team, Jesus Christ. We had some lunatics in that side as well.
Yeah, you were one of them. I reckon. You
I
would be
wasn't the
leading
bad
from the
one. I
front.
was pretty good. Yeah.
So that's the only one you'll talk to?
I won't talk about it. But
No.
yes.
No,
No, everyone's different. Like
Yeah.
we'd always, because Mitchell Moses' uncle, Joe Elias, he owned the boats.
Oh,
so
perfect.
we'd always go on the boats and he'd pick us up from, not the main wharfs because there's always like photographers that want to get photos of you dressing up.
Yeah.
So we'd go to his main dock around near the fish markets and we'd sneak on there. We'd be on the harbour all day and hopefully no one got thrown overboard.
That's the way to do it. Out in the harbour.
best, yeah.
You mean the Paps have got to go out of their way to find you out there as well?
We weren't going
too,
to do
but-
what the Bulldogs did, Adam Elliott's. Poor
Well,
bloke.
yeah. We've learnt not to
Keep your clothes on.
Yeah. The absolute nudist of the team. All right, Tate, we'll let you duck off after that one. I know you've got a week full of meetings, but hopefully your Broncos get up this week. I think it's going to be a huge clash down there against the Raiders. And of course, they've got to take on that big 75-metre walk into the stadium. So that's where the game will be won.
Poor Bronx, eh? Imagine having to walk that far to get to the dressing shed.
Oh, disgraceful, hey? They're silver spoon fed these days, not like you blokes.
Oh, no. Anyway, go the Bronx. Let's fly that Queensland flag.
Yeah, mad. Thanks, Tatey.
See you, Tatey.
See you, crew.
Oh, geez, it was a Zoom fest on
It
the show
was,
today.
yeah.
Maybe it's us next time. We Zoom. We'll go away a holiday. You
Why don't
can
we go
take
to-
Sarah. I'll take Nick.
And we'll have like our,
We'll
what
go
do
to
you call it? Our
Maldives.
cocktails in our
Yeah.
hand and go, Ash, this is what it's like, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, you run the show, big dog.
Yeah, I like that. I'm here for that. I'm sure our partners will enjoy it
Yeah.
as well too. Well, thank you for joining me. Huge week of finals. I know you're looking forward to every single
Can't wait. There's a good game Friday. There's a good game Saturday. Another one Saturday night and one Sunday.
Oh, mate, somebody stop it.
How good is it?
All right, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the posts on our Instagram and, basically everywhere you get your favourite podcasts and vodcasts. Thanks for joining us on ausmericanaces NRL, all thanks to PointsBet.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.